Hi everyone, my name is Mark Toshik. I'm a research director here at Infotech Research Group. And with the Saturday release, the April 3rd release of the iPad, we were able to get our hands on a couple of them. And so we're going to do a quick run through of the iPad today. First impressions are, it's a little smaller than I thought it would be actually. It's really a minimalist device. It's relatively light, about 1.5 pounds, and it's all about the display. So it does at first blush look kind of like a big iPhone or iPod Touch. But really, with the 9.7-inch display, there's a lot more to it than that. And there's a lot more that you can do with that big display. So, and 10-hour battery life is a reality. You can actually get 10 hours or more, probably under relatively normal usage circumstances. That was my experience over the weekend. Today, though, we want to talk a little bit about some of the enterprise applicability of, again, this type of device. And there will be countless followers coming out, over the next year. There'll be lots of Android devices like this. There'll be, a handful of Windows 7 devices like this, probably a couple of Linux variants. So, but it'll be interesting to see if they can sort of do it as well as Apple did. The industrial design is really fantastic. It feels solid. It looks great. Usability is fantastic. As you'd expect, there's a plethora of very nice applications for it. So let's take a little spin through the device itself. And, as you can see, scrolling between screens is very quick. I'm going to specifically look at a couple of applications that I think might demonstrate the enterprise applicability. And one of them, the first one, is Citrix Receiver. So Citrix was quick to get a version out for the iPad. And as you can see, I've got PowerPoint, Excel, Word, as well as a couple of specialized applications for healthcare and sales that I think are, interesting and worth showing. So let's look at the patient dashboard, and again, sort of specialized to healthcare. And this is one of the industries and one of the verticals where Infotech really sees potential, again, for this type of device done well. So, as you can see, it basically starts up a virtual desktop with, a patient tracking dashboard. And so you can, see doctors can see their appointments. You can see specifics about individual patients. There is telemetry information. There's, certainly you can get pharmaceutical and drug information. It pops up alerts, for EKGs and ECGs. So it's very nice, and certainly, we can see this being used extensively in healthcare. And as we go sort of back to our workspace, another very nice sort of sales dashboard. There's also an Autodesk application there. You can really see where this could, find its place into the enterprise. So, you can sort of see, right off the bat, how are we doing sales by region? Let's look at trends. Let's look at market presence. So, a very nice sort of way to display certain applications. Another one that is, certainly worth looking at, and, for IT admins, or, if you do have applications, you don't have a Citrix environment that you want to be able to deliver to people on the iPad. I'm using WinAdmin. There are several RPC clients that you can use, or RDC clients that you can use. I'm just going to connect to a machine that I know I can connect to. This is my home machine. As you can see, it's, again, sort of everything that you would expect from your desktop. And, there are lots of applications like this for smaller screens, but the great thing about this is that you've got 9.7 inches to display it, and it makes it very, very usable. I'll demonstrate Mail here quickly. It's, as you'd expect, it really looks like a big iPhone application, although it has, it has the the mail list on the left and the actual content of the mail on the right. So it's nice. I've also got Pages and Keynote on here, which are the Microsoft equivalents of Word and PowerPoint respectively. And they are very nice. I mean, for personal use, there's obviously some very nice things. I want to quickly sort of look at the iBooks application. This is another vertical where we really see potential pickup is education. So if you open a book, any book, you can sort of see it in a landscape or in portrait mode. You get the full page. Turning of pages is effortless. It's really, very beautiful to read books. So, we see textbooks being delivered probably relatively quickly to this type of platform. The next thing I'll sort of briefly run over is the browser. And so we've got, browsing on this device is really pretty spectacular. It's very fast and very responsive. So, if you think about, well, I just want to, sort of zoom in or focus on, one part of the page, you can certainly do that. Zooming back out. And as you can see, sort of zooming in and out is very responsive. Everything browser related is very responsive. One of the biggest complaints is around support of Flash video. As we start to, and that is a complaint for me as well, and I think that it is a limitation of the device. But as we start moving to HTML5 and using H.264, video actually renders perfectly. It works very, very well. And so, as you can see, we've got some video going here, and it looks fantastic, and it sounds fantastic. By the way, the sound on this particular device is, even with the internal speaker, is very, very good. There's all kinds of fun applications as well, but certainly a lot of enterprise applicability in this type of device. So, InfoTech's recommendations would be, as you're sort of thinking about, is this kind of device for me? Can this work in my environment? Recommendation would really be to get your hands on a couple of them. Probably have a couple of folks in IT, the CIO, possibly one of your web devs. Have a look at it and see where we might be able to use this in our enterprise and where, this can really bring business value. So that's it for the iPad. I hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of it, and you have a great day.